पसीना मत बहाओ, बर्जर रूफ कूल एंड सील लगाओ।
From Asia's largest news headquarters, setting the agenda for Bharat. You're watching Republic.
Thank you for joining us on This is Exclusive. It's 7 p.m. on a Saturday evening. Coming to you, ladies and gentlemen, with 4 big stories lined up on the show with a breaking news update on Operation Black Forest. Here are the headlines. After the successful Operation Black Forest, Maoists once again trying to enter the Karegutta forest. Search operations are underway. Big buzz in Bangladesh over a possible ouster of Muhammad Yunus. He calls for a surprise meeting amid resignation buzz. Man arrested for allegedly leaking BSF and Navy information to Pakistan's handlers in Gujarat. Journalist Abdul Latif and his 7 family members killed by Pakistani forces in Balochistan as they continue to target innocent civilians. And getting across some breaking news on top of the show, ladies and gentlemen, as we get some details from Chhattisgarh on the anti-Maoist operations. On Operation Black Forest, we are hearing that search operations are continuing this evening as Maoists once again tried to make a comeback to the Karegutta hills after the successful Black Forest operation. Security forces have meanwhile launched another fresh operation in the Karegutta hills. Getting in details from the ground that new camps are likely to be opened near Karegutta Hills, and as of now, Bhimaram is the last camp. These are operational details that we're getting in, and as per sources, approximately 800 plus armed Maoists continue to remain active in the Bastar region. Drones are being used. Switch drones and high-tech drones have been used during Black Forest, the operation by security forces. In April 1st week, Maoists released a document saying that, showing how they had planted nearly 1,000 IEDs. And let me go across straight up. Okay, there's a live pictures coming in, and I also have my colleague Akhil joining us live. Akhil is joining me live. Akhil, hearing that there are more Maoists there, how many Maoists remain? Because the number that you have shared is alarming, indicating that the operation may continue.
Well, that's right, Niranjan. If you see at this point in time, the information that we are getting from our sources in the police that another operation, a fresh operation has been launched in Karegutta hilly areas. Because if you see in the Black Forest operation, which was basically conducted in 2 different phases. The first phase was conducted from the right side of the hill, and second operation was conducted from the left side of the hill. And in that joint operation, what we have seen that initially towards the right side in the phase 1, the DRG personnel were there. And after that, if you see, parallel to the DRG personnel, the STF team was there. And parallel to the STF team, what we have seen that another team was there, which was of the Cobra unit. So consecutively, what we have been seeing that both the teams parallelly were basically heading up a scaling on that Kategura hills. And if you see what has happened during that operation, in that operation, what we have seen that 31 Maoists have been neutralized. And while I was speaking to one of the senior officials in the CRPF. He has said that they have basically neutralized their arms ammunition, basically materials over there, which has been kept for approximately 6 months. So what the latest development that we are getting from the CRPF sources, that it is going to be very difficult for those Maoists to come back in that area, because the food materials which they have kept for approximately 6 months have completely been destroyed by the security forces. Apart from food materials, what we have been seeing, that arms ammunition factory which was established by those Maoists in that area have already been destroyed, and there were approximately 200 to 250 dens that have already been dismantled by the security forces. So it's going to be very concerning for those Maoists to come into that area back again, because if you see what we have been learning from our sources, that there is still 800 to 900 Maoists in the Bastar region. So back to back, what we have been seeing, that initially Operation Black Forest was launched, and then after that Operation Abujmar was launched, and still what we have been seeing that in this very season, because if you see earlier during both the operation, initially 31 Maoists have been killed, and then 27 Maoists have been killed, and in that operation what we have been seeing, that there were still inputs from the intelligence department that some Maoists are still active in the Karegutta area. Back to you.
Okay, that's a live report from Narayanpur in Chhattisgarh as Republic TV tracks Operation Black Forest live. Akhil, thank you. Moving on to India's crackdown against the spies within, the enemies within, passing on information to Pakistanis. Another alleged spy for Pakistan, Sahadev Gohil, has been arrested by the Gujarat ATS in Kutch. The accused spy worked as a health worker at a primary health center in Kutch and had allegedly shared sensitive information on the BSF and Navy to Pakistan. The alleged Pakistani spy Sahadev Gohil was in touch with another fellow Pakistani spy with whom he shared this sensitive information. Now that's the update that is coming in on Sahadev Gohil as India's crackdown continues on Pakistani spies. And more on the alleged Pak spy network. Alleged because these are charges, these are allegations. Gohil allegedly worked as a health worker in Dayapur region of Kutch. From the details available with us, he was in touch with fellow Pakistani spy identified as Aditi Bharadwaj for close to a year. Now, he was primarily paid or tasked or commissioned information gathering on Navy and the BSF, and thereon to share that information with Pakistan from the details available with us. Now, he was also given a payoff of nearly 40,000 rupees for espionage to simply collect, gather details and pass it on to Pakistan. Hearing that sensitive information was shared to Pakistan on our military movement / our infrastructure. He was also in touch with other ISI handlers. He was based in Kutch, Gujarat. He received money in exchange of the sensitive information that was passed on, allegedly, to Pakistani spies. The Gujarat ATS received a tip-off on Gohil on the 29th of April 2025 and then took him into custody recently. All right, let's get you some more breaking news on the show this evening as we get you the details. Moving on from the Pak spy to the situation in Bangladesh, from one border to the next. Muhammad Yunus, is he going? Is he staying? There is speculation over that. In the last few days, Yunus has met his advisors. He's been mulling on whether he should resign or not. He's likely, we are still hearing, that the Bangladesh interim government chief, Muhammad Yunus, is likely to resign soon amid growing fears of arrest by the military. Now, as of now, he's staring back. And as the political crisis escalates, several student leaders have been urging Yunus to step down. There have been last-minute meetings that have taken place, and highly placed officials suggest that Yunus may take a drastic decision this week. Now, as of now, he is staying. But there is no guarantee that that will remain. There is mounting speculation that Yunus fears meeting a fate similar to that of the former Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, who had to flee her country and take exile in India after being ousted in a military-backed coup in a regime change operation. Sources adding that the military in Bangladesh, which had supported the student-led protests last year that led to the fall of Sheikh Hasina's Awami League government, is now losing patience. And during the uprising, the army had refused to suppress protesters despite being called in. Now, these are the details available. Let me see if we have Abid Anjum joining us live. Abid Anjum Tridip. Abid, are you there?
Yes,
Abid?
sir, I'm here.
Yeah,
Can you hear
joining
me?
us live from Dhaka. What is going on? Several meetings have
Yes.
taken place according to reports. Is he staying? Is Yunus staying, or is Yunus leaving?
According to the planning advisor to the interim government in Bangladesh, Wahyuddin Mahmood has said on Saturday that the chief advisor, Professor Muhammad Yunus, will continue in his position, and so will other advisors. Bangladesh media has reported, and he made the statement after a closed-door meeting of the Council of Advisors at the National Economic Council, NEC conference room at Sher Bangla Nagar in Dhaka on Saturday. So he said that the chief advisor is staying with us, and he has not said that he will resign, and all other advisors will also continue. We are here to carry out the responsibility entrusted with us. And amid the ongoing political unrest, the Council of Advisors convened the closed-meeting, unscheduled meeting minutes after a session of the Executive Committee of the National Economic Council, NEC. So it is from my side, this is the last update that we got. Thank you.
Why is he upset? Why is he upset? Why has he, taken this decision? Now, what is the one? Why is he upset? Second, what is going on between him and the army chief?
It is because of some political decisions and also the political teams. There is some kind of unrest, and also some got not that much united in terms of political teams, and that is actually creating a chaos in terms of government decisions. And for that reason, it is also said that taking those decisions is the factor that is affecting him and also his government. And for those perspectives and those outcomes, it is actually becoming a little bit complex situation right here.
Yeah, but is there any truth to the reports of him, having a tension, a brewing tension ongoing with the army chief? The army chief has not been happy. He's made a few comments in the last few months. Any truth to that?
There are some events that actually made them to saying he said many things. I think that there was some meeting and there were some disagreements in those meetings between him and the army chief, and because of those reasons, there are some kind of particular moments that they are not happy with each other, and also doing some disagreements that actually happens to occur some misalignment in his decision, and for that reason he is unhappy.
Yeah. Abid, while you're with us, why don't you tell us a little bit about what the options are for Yunus at the moment? Now, how many parties are with him? And primarily, what is it that he's not agreeing to? What are the different issues on which he has disagreements with these parties?
There are many parties out there, out of, if I have to number it all, I think that most of the majority parties are with him right now. Because of the ongoing situation, they actually know that what is the importance and what is the significance of the whole matter, and because of that reason, they are actually creating some sort of decisions that are actually helping Dr. Muhammad Yunus and also his government to run the operation very smoothly. And in case of disagreement, there are some teams like BNP and also other teams, those who think that they should give election as soon as possible, and also other development should take place soon, and that is creating unrest in this kind of thing, and that's all. So I think that is the perspective if I consider political teams.
Okay, Abid Anjum Tridip, thank you for joining us. That's a live report from Dhaka. As of now, he's not going anywhere. That's the breaking news update that's coming in from Bangladesh. But it could go anyway for Yunus. Some more breaking news coming in on the show this evening. There's a foreign cargo ship that is sinking in the middle of the sea off the coast of Kochi in Kerala. That's the breaking news update that's coming in right now. Hearing that the Coast Guards have rescued 9 of 24 crew members on board. An operation is underway to rescue others. There are pictures also coming in of the cargo vessel. And the cargo, look at that, that's a picture that's coming in, exclusive pictures on Republic TV of a foreign cargo ship that's sinking off the coast of Kochi. The Kerala State Disaster Management, or the KSDMA, has reportedly issued a warning to the public after the Coast Guard reported a possible leakage of dangerous substances from the ship in the Arabian Sea off the coast of Kerala. This is a cargo ship. And in the pictures, in many pictures that are doing the rounds on social media, you can see that the cargo, a large part of the cargo has fallen from the ship. It's a Liberian ship, MSC Elsa 3. MSC Elsa 3 en route Kochi, port from Whittingham. So this is the developing story, and we're picking up more details, in fact, from our reporters and our stringers in Kerala. This is a container ship. And just to give you a little more details, this is a container ship, and the current position of MSC Elsa 3 is at Indian coast, reported about 20 hours ago by the AIS. The vessel is en route to the port of Kochi. It was last measured sailing at a speed of 11.7 knots, expected to arrive in Kochi on the 24th of May. Of course, there is no arrival now that the ship is sinking. The vessel MSC Elsa 3 is a container ship built in 1997, 28 years old, currently sailing under the flag of Liberia. Now, these are known details. It is right off the coast of Kochi at the tip of the Indian peninsula. This is a ship that was scheduled to arrive on the 24th, but it has not arrived because it is sinking off the coast. A large part of the cargo has also fallen off the Liberian ship. And the Indian Coast Guard, meanwhile, we're getting in breaking news now that the Indian Coast Guard has received a distress alert regarding the Liberia flagged container vessel as well. So we're picking up more details of this vessel as we speak. This is an evolving situation, and from the details available with us, this ship has capsized while traveling from Whittingham to Kochi. Efforts are underway to rescue the crew members from the last update that came in from the local media reports. It's a container ship that's capsized in the Arabian Sea, roughly some reports putting it at 38 nautical miles off the coast of Kochi. The Coast Guard continues its efforts to rescue crew members. The latest reports that we have suggest that up to 20 to 24 crew members have been rescued. That number could vary because it's a developing story, and the vessel has been identified as MSC Elsa 3 was en route from Whittingham to Kochi when it overturned. Alisha, my colleague, is joining us live from the newsroom. Alisha, what do we know about the nature of the cargo of the ship? Because we just read a report that there could be some dangerous substance. I don't know what the dangerous substance is. Do we have any confirmation from our reporters there in Kerala?
Well, Niranjan, we know there is a statement that has been issued by Indian Coast Guard where they have mentioned that the Coast Guard is actively coordinating a rescuing operation with ship in vicinity and aircraft deployed overhead to monitor and assist. Out of 24 crew on board, 21 has already been rescued and the support evacuation. Indian Coast Guard aircraft have deployed additional lifeguards near the listing of vehicles. It's also DG Shipping in coordination with the Coast Guard has issued a urgent directives to the ship managers to initiate a salvage operation to stabilize the vessel and avert further risk. We know that the Kerala State Disaster Management, who has also issued an extraordinary alert asking people not to approach or come into contact with potential dangerous cargo in 6 to 8 containers that fell out of a ship that reportedly tilted 38 nautical miles off the Kochi coast and may wash ashore along the Kerala coast. And this alert that has been issued also warned about the potential oil spills along these shores, probably between central and the northern Kerala. So this is something, the warning that has been issued by the Kerala State Disaster Management Authority. And on the other hand, we know that the Indian Coast Guard, who has also been constantly in touch with the authorities, and there are also Indian Coast Guard aircraft which is already underway to rescue the people there, because out of 21 crew has already been rescued.
All right, stories developing. Alisha getting us the details from Kochi, Kerala. The ship was supposed to arrive in Kochi tonight at 10 p.m. and then continue to Tuticorin in Tamil Nadu. And the vessel lying tilted in the sea off the coast of Kerala. The local media in Kerala reporting that the containers of the capsized ship hold marine gas, oil and low sulfur fuel. So that's what is alarming. That is what is alarming. Okay, so we'll wait for some confirmation on that. And let's quickly go across to some more breaking news now coming in on the show. Even as the guns have fallen silent. We'll keep a track on the story in Kochi. Even as the guns have fallen silent along the line of control. I'm going to the story from the border now. The Indian Army remaining on high alert, closely monitoring every movement across the border. India has deployed medium caliber weapons in forward positions. The army is leaving nothing to chance. Surveillance has been intensified, patrols have been stepped up. Frontline units remain in a state of operational readiness. Here's a report.
Republic is reporting from the ground zero where Pakistan was hammered by the border security force and their bunkers were totally decimated by the troops of the BSF. Right now we are in the Samba sector where the BSF's gun is still pointed towards the Pakistani post because Pakistan cannot be trusted. Though the guns have fallen silent, but here a befitting reply was given by the border security force decimating the Pakistani terror infrastructure as well as the Pakistani Rangers infrastructure that was there, making it very clear to the Pakistan side that they cannot actually afford any mischief along the international border. A line of control, what we saw, it's almost the double on the international border because it was BSF and BSF proved to be lethal for the adversary as they have given them a befitting reply for the mischief that they were planning, and around 20 casualties to the Pakistan side has been confirmed. These are the posts of the Pakistan that is on the radar of the border security force. That post still has a Pakistani flag but it has been tilted down and the Pakistan dare not to come to this side so that they can even fix the position of their national flag there.
सर दो पोजीशंस हैं, एक ऊपर है एक नीचे है.
We are in Bijapur's Koregeta Hills area. There are 3 different operations of our security forces which is going on. Success was obtained by our security forces in which 31 Maoists have been neutralized.
Powered by Century Ply Club Prime. Raho befikar.
In the global employability rankings by Times Higher Education UK, only the following 6 institutions from India are ranked amongst the top 230 in the world for having the most employable graduates. IIT Delhi, IISc Bangalore, IIT Bombay, IIM Ahmedabad, IIT Kharagpur and Amity University.